Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing today? Hey, it's not a beautiful day in Houston, Texas. We can get a nice, great day. You can see it's a little cloudy-ish, but the nice skies are beginning to peek through right there. We're in for a good day today, another warm day. No rain in the forecast today. It's nice and warm, so I can get my exercise on right now, enjoying the weather. Got to get it in before it gets too hot. But anyhow, this is Gregory Wiles with his inspirational morning walk out here, just getting my exercise on right now. Hope it's great wherever you are, guys. So I'm going to jump right into it today. Okay, today what I want to talk about is your attitude that makes the difference. Your attitude makes the difference, right? And I just want to start out with saying, let's look at what attitude is. A definition of attitude from the Bible. It said, attitude is a settled way of thinking. Attitude is a settled way of thinking or feeling about someone or something, typically one that is reflected in a person's behavior, right? Attitude is a settled way of thinking or feeling about someone or something, typically one that is reflected in a person's behavior, right? Good morning, Jillian. Good morning. How are you doing today? Hope you get your walking in, right? So attitude is a settled way of thinking, right? So it's your attitude makes the difference, guys. Attitude. I like this quote from a guy by the name of William James. He said, human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. We can alter our lives by altering the attitudes of our mind, right? So, and that thinking, that attitude that we talk about here, it's going to alter the way you dress, the way you speak, the way you behave. Everything you do, it's going to alter that, right? And it's not the way you people think about you that matters. It's the way you think about yourself that matters, right? It's your attitude what matters, right? So I remember Miles Monroe, he was teaching some leaders, and he used this example to bring this point home. He said, Tessa Hunt, thank you for checking in. How are you doing today, cuz? So he said, he was teaching these group of leaders, and he used this example to bring home this point about attitude, right? He said the lion is the king of the jungle, right? The lion is the king of the jungle. We all agree on that. But yet still, the lion is not the strongest animal in the jungle. He's not the fastest. He's not the tallest. He's not the heaviest. But yet still, he is the king of the jungle. And why is that? As he put it, is the attitude that makes the difference, right? The attitude what makes the difference. Because when a lion look at another animal, he just thinks, that's my lunch. I can eat this animal. That's my lunch. I need to feed my cubs, and that's my lunch right there. So he operates just the way he thinks. He just attacks the animal. He don't look at the size. He don't look at this, nothing else. He just attacks that animal because that's my lunch. That's the way he's thinking. But the animals now, all the other animals, think about it, have the big elephant, the giraffe, all of these heavy and strong animals. One stomp of the elephant's feet can kill the lion. But what the elephant thinks when he look at the lion, he thinks he is an eater. He is going to eat me for his lunch. So he runs from the animal, from the lion, and give up all his strength. Mr. Ernie Trifall, how are you doing? How are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, so he thinks that the lion is going to eat me. So he gives up all of his advantages, his weight, his size, his strength. He gives that up because the way he thinks. So it's not the matter how people think about you. It's what you think about yourself that makes the difference. Because if that elephant just only remember his strength, he can crush the lion. But it's the attitude that makes the difference. So I'm saying we are in life where we think we should be. And if we need to advance, if we need a change in what we're doing, we need to change our mindset, change our thinking. And our environment that we grow up in could shape our attitudes, right? Our environment could shape that. But we don't have to be limited by our environment, and we can't use that as an excuse, right? We can't use that as an excuse. I remember when LeBron James, a great basketball player, when I think he won his first championship or he got an MVP trophy, and they interviewed him. I can't remember what the question was. And he said, I'm just a little boy from Akron, the ghettos in Akron, Ohio. I'm not supposed to be here. No one had expected me to be here, so I'm blessed. So all he was saying, I did not limit myself to the thinking of my environment. I did not limit myself to the thinking of my environment. You could say, oh, well, he was just blessed, a great player. No, I see a lot of great players, probably better than him, never did make it because of their attitude, right? And this scripture confirms that, right? In Romans 12:2, it said, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. So it's saying, as for the Christians, you can live in this world, but you don't have to think like this world, right? That's what he's saying. You can live in this world, you don't have to think like this world. You could think differently, and people can see the difference in you, and then you can experience my goodwill, right? So I'm saying, if you want to change in whatever you're doing, whether it's financially, whatever situation you're in, we first have to change the way we think. We have to change our thinking, and then we can have changes in our life, right? So first of all, you might say, how do I change my thinking? You got to start by, looking at your environment, looking at what's going on around you, looking at who you're hanging out with, who you're listening to, what you're doing, and change that thinking, right? Change that thinking, and you will get more. I remember at our job. So like leaders know this thing. If you is a leader, right, and you go somewhere, you don't want this, you don't want no responsibility. You just tell yourself, I can just be in the background. But automatically people point you out as a leader. If you go to some program looking for a leader for some groups, they have you in groups, and automatically people appoint you as a leader. You might say, I don't, how do you know that? It's just the way you think, right? It's just the way you think. They can see that. Remember, your thinking alters your attitude, alters everything you do, the way you speak, the way you conduct yourself, the way you dress, everything you do. People can automatically see that you think different, right? So your attitude is what makes the difference, right? And an example I like to use about the millionaires. If your millionaire go broke, file for bankruptcy, when he or she get back on their feet, they gone back to being a millionaire. Because it's the way they think. It's your thinking. So don't look at someone who got all of this. They grew up in a good household, the family got money, or they got all of this, and you tell yourself you're less than them. No. Just remember the story with the lion. He's not the biggest, not the strongest. He don't have all the advantages, but just because the way he thinks, that's what makes him the king of the jungle. So I'm telling you, don't look at advantages what people have over you. Don't look at what you have and what you don't have. Alter your thinking. Human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind, right? Change your thinking, and you're going to achieve what you want to achieve. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that there. Have a great day. Have a great day. And guys, just remember, there's the group in Guyana, the Grown to Lead. They're having these women's seminar on Saturday and a men's one on Sunday, which I'll be a guest speaker on. I'll get some more information and put out. I think there's a link to sign up that they're waiting on them to send. And we get that, and anyone who's interested can check in on that and be blessed by it. So guys, have a great day, and all you guys who tune in, thank you guys for listening. Thank you very much. I'll have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys on Monday. Bye.